Welcome, and thank you for joining for another whiskey review. Today, we're going to take a look at the Arran 10-year-old, 46% ABV, and actually we're going to do an uncorking. We never done an uncorking. I asked Dustin why. He says it's something people do and it's cool. I don't know. I'm in humor room.
All right, bottle pop might be fun to hear.
All right, so here's the thing.
And we know we just got a new mic, so we get to test out the mic with a bottle pop. Come on, Mike. Have fun.
That's right.
You're an Apple guy. Be different.
All right, I'm gonna let you get that off. We've done a few whiskey reviews today. So here's the thing: we have done 4 Arran reviews recently. This year in 2021, we've done both versions of the 18, the new and the old. Like them both. 21, extremely good whiskey. 25, very good whiskey. And we figured, hey, let's bring it back to the beginning, see what a basic Arran 10 can do. And
Not
that's
much.
the bottle top. It's a big cork.
I can't get that off. We'll deal with it later.
So, Dustin was able to find this thing. I tell you what, a goofy bottle, the way it's kind of set up.
Wait till you pour it, Mike. I'm telling you, that lip on there is perfect for pouring.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. 46% ABV. What can you tell me about the cask maturation, Dustin?
Well, as it's uncorking, I don't know much. My belief is it's mostly bourbon with a little bit of sherry in there. It's probably, or it's some very recharged sherry. Arran, unfortunately, isn't big on disclosing that stuff on their bottle. I know on their website you tend to get a lot of details on these things.
We can look at it. I tell you what, natural color and unchill filtered, always a good sign. And Dustin, as you pointed out, Braille here.
Yeah, really? It's on the label too?
Yeah, right here.
Okay, so it's on the label and it's on the tin itself.
Yeah, it's on the tin itself. So
that's really cool of them.
I guess popular amongst the deaf, possibly? Arran?
Blind.
The blind? I gotta cut that out. Maybe I won't.
But what really is exciting about this whiskey? So, Mike, I bought this for a simple reason. So this was, I believe it was Ralphie's Whiskey of the Year last year.
Okay.
Now, mind you, we didn't get this in the States until very recently. These sell out fast. They keep seeming to come in more in stock. So thankfully, we're not out of them yet. But Arran's really killing it within the whiskey enthusiasts. Mm-hmm. And then recently, as you may have seen, there's Roy and Ralfy put together this scotch online whiskey championships or awards or something.
They all vote on whiskeys, yep.
Yeah. And this is one that was in the finals for the Whiskey of the Year as well there. So I said, all right, fine. I'll buy a 10-year-old whiskey. I don't know why. I feel dumb doing it, but
here we go. We're going to give this one a shot for a couple of reasons. As I mentioned before, we've been a fan of all 4 of the older whiskeys they had.
Yeah.
And still 46% ABV, unchill filtered, uncolored.
Yep.
Quality offering. How much was it?
$60. So again, nothing crazy. Pretty good price. In fact, I was looking at this and I was looking at the Glen Scotia 10-year-old heavily peated. That thing was almost $90. So this made a lot more sense.
Okay. So nice little malt note.
It's very malty. It's obviously mostly sherry. Now that I'm nosing it, this is probably all sherry, just refilled butts mostly.
Was the new 18 all sherry?
New 18's all sherry.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the 21 was all sherry, even though it was very light colored. Mm-hmm. Some people corrected us on there. Apparently, just very refilled sherry casks were used for that one.
Thank you for that.
So appreciate that, guys. And I'm assuming this is the same thing as just a lot of refill and probably a little bit of first fill. That's the color on this thing, honestly, guys.
Kind of light.
For a 10-year-old.
For a 10-year-old, you're right. It's a decent color. It's a decent color.
It doesn't look like they charred up a sherry barrel to give it a lot of color. They just used some nice sherry casks, and that's the color it got.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was first fill, but it's probably, second, third fill. Sherry, decent sherry.
I bet you it's almost all second fill with a couple first fills in there.
Okay, so I'm getting some nice light fruits, maybe a little bit of apple.
Yeah, a little bit of, I do get that kind of island, a little bit of hint of saltiness and earthiness.
Bit of brine.
Yeah, which is nice balance to that, because it is pretty sweet.
Maybe a light strawberry. Or blonde strawberry.
The blonde strawberry is a really good descriptor. I don't think it's real, but it's a good descriptor for sure. A little bit of meatiness to it. I mean, just a little, but
a little heft.
Yeah, but there's a little bit of not a smoked meat, but like a pulled pork kind of thing going on there.
It's a quality malt.
Man, not a single off-putting note in here at all.
It's quality malt.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a reason why we like the old.
I was very nervous about pouring this. I was expecting, really, to be honest with you, a lot of youthful notes, and I was expecting it to be thin. Just lacking in cask influence. There's actually really nice cask influence here.
Well, I've gone to so this isn't a peated whiskey, right? So I've gone to 10-year-old whiskeys that were non-peated before, say Glengoyne 10. Man, was that a disappointing whiskey. But we like the 21, and we really like the 25 and 30.
Yeah.
So we really like the 18, and we really like the 21 and 25. It's not a shocker. We would like the older whiskeys.
Correct.
But, that doesn't necessarily translate to the basic 10-year-old offering.
No, because a lot of times these, younger offerings they're not just about, being more, well, they're about being priced affordably.
Sure.
Which limits what some distilleries can do. Some distilleries, even on their high-end stuff, are cutting corners, which is unfortunate. We could name a few names.
Most of them.
The big ones are, for sure.
For sure.
Arran doesn't seem like they were cutting corners on those older ones. I was a little worried that this was going to come off like they cut some corners.
No,
And I've noticed with some of the reviewers who really like this one, they like sometimes to get a little bit of that new make spirit, whereas I tend not to want to. I like to taste the distillery character. I don't want to taste it as if it's almost a new make, and I'm not getting that at all in the nose.
Yeah, you hit it on the head earlier. There's nothing off-putting here.
And I can definitely get that Arran quality malt. There's good cask influence. They're using good casks. I'm actually really, honestly, I'm impressed so far with the nose, but the palate is where the rubber hits the road, as they say.
A little bit of nuttiness, a little bit of sherry. Nice maltiness. Doesn't feel thin, doesn't feel thick. Nice 10-year-old whiskey. Really nice 10-year-old whiskey.
Getting a lot of Christmas spices on here too.
Yeah, some spiciness.
Ooh, no, I'm honestly, to me this is Christmas.
It's getting spicier in the aftertaste, for sure.
Yeah, I'm getting like Christmas, just straight up like Christmas cookies or something, like their spice and the icing. Not so much the cookie itself. Not as salty or island noticeable as like the 18 or the 21 or the 25. I mean, there's
pretty clean actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's spice. I did nose a little on the nose. I got a little bit of that brine at first.
Yeah, with like the 21, you were out at the seashore.
I got a little bit of that, but very little.
Yeah, with the 21, you were, on the edge of the dock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like with this one, you're still like at home with mom and grandma.
Yeah, this for some reason it's not getting that character, which I would have maybe that just takes time. It's
but with like Talisker 10, I was expecting like that level of recognize or something just to be more recognizable, I guess, compared to the one.
Yeah, I'm not getting those same
not that's
malt
terrible.
characteristics I expected from an Arran, I guess. And I've had the 14, the old one. It's been a while. I will say this: I was not a big fan of that 14. I know there's a lot of people who love it. I like this way more.
This is a solid whiskey.
Yeah, this is the best 10-year-old whiskey I can think of that isn't Springbank.
Or Talisker.
I think I like this more than Talisker, to be honest with you. I haven't had Talisker 10 in a while, though, so it's probably not fair for me to...
Lefroy?
The cask strength is better than this, probably, but the regular one, I would take this over in a heartbeat.
Hardback?
Okay, heartbeat better. Way better. Okay, so it's a really good 10.
It's a really good 10-year-old. It's a good offering. It really is. Solid ABV. You said earlier, there's nothing off-putting. This is a safe NFL draft pick.
Yeah.
This is a guy who's at the very least going to be a good replacement player.
Honeycomb cereal.
There's a bit of honey in that. You're right. Actually, I want to have honeycomb cereal now. I haven't had cereal in years. I haven't had carbon leaks. Kidding.
I was about to say, won't you just text me about ice cream?
And hamburgers, yes.
All right, let's try a little water on this one before we call it a day.
Yeah, forget that.
Because, water's a really good way to help out whiskey you just uncorked. And you know what? I'll be honest, Mike. I've got those. The 18 is really the only one that really, to me, changed a lot.
Which one? The older or the new?
The new, especially. Because, the really dark one. And that's because it's a really dark sherry.
That was a good whiskey.
Oh, yeah, it was. I bought a second. The
It's a little sweeter.
notes are coming out a little bit more, too.
A little sweeter.
Yeah, again, I'm getting like that honeycomb cereal note.
It's honey sweetness.
With a little bit of apple.
Yeah, apple's still there. First thing I noticed about this whiskey was apple.
I picked a few apple-y whiskeys today.
Solid whiskey.
Yeah, I mean...
Especially for the money. I mean, this is quality whiskey for the money. What do you say it was, $70?
$59.99.
Really?
Yeah.
It's good whiskey.
And that's in Kentucky where, sometimes these bottles are a little higher priced because they don't buy a lot. Distributors can't really bring in the same volume.
I imagine that's not how they spell Arran either. All right, so I will say, did get a little bit sweeter.
It did.
The malty note is kind of melted in the background a little bit. Still good ABV. I mean, it still smells like it's got some good heft to it. Mm-hmm. But again, when you don't chill filter something, it's at 46%. Mm-hmm. I mean, you left a lot of the good stuff there.
Oh, man.
Solid 10-year-old offering. Solid 10-year-old.
Brought down the spice, which actually I like. Because the spice is a little spicier than I prefer initially. Just, yeah, I'm getting like honeycomb cereal, Applejack cereal. It's got a lot of cereal grain notes.
Yeah, it's a lot of grain notes.
Yeah. A little bit of spice still there.
With sweetness.
I am really impressed with this for a 10-year-old whiskey. I mean, Arran has to be using the best casks of anybody right now.
Well, at least for this 10-year-old.
Well, I mean, we just had the 18, the 21s.
Those are good too.
The 25. I mean, they're using good casks.
Yeah.
I haven't had any of their NAS stuff. I don't know that I'm still a little sketchy on going into NAS.
When it comes to NAS, I want some very aggressive cask macerations.
Yeah, at some point I might pick up that bodega cask I'm seeing out there. Since it's a bodega cask, it should be better than usual. But yeah.
Okay, so we said this is a good 10-year-old. This is a good entry-level whiskey. It's quality for what you get. Mm-hmm. What does that mean to you in a whiskey score?
I'm going to go really high here, Mike. I think 87. I can't believe I went that high, but 87 for me.
84 for me.
It's my first time with it, so I might, change my mind here, but...
84 for me. It doesn't do anything wrong. I mean, there's some nice compliments to it, but there's nothing... Wow, there's nothing that would make me want to go back to this whiskey.
I can't wait to go finish this glass, to be honest. We've had some epic whiskey today, and I still want to drink this.
After today, how much do you want to drink it?
I literally want to pour it, to just take another sip right now. I'm really enjoying what this is.
We'll follow up on this whiskey review a year later, and we'll see how many times. We'll see how much is left of this bottle a year from now.
There won't be any.
You can drink it all by then?
There'll be another bottle bought.
You think so?
It's $60.
Why not?
Why not? This is something I'm going to drink when I don't want to drink anything really nice, but I want something that's just easy to drink and really has a nice flavor.
And if the lights are off, you can find it. And you know which one.
Unfortunately, I can't read. I can't do Braille, but
if it is,
I'll know it's an Arran because I feel this. I won't know which one.
That's true. Hey, tell you what, you can't go wrong with any of them.
Although, truth be told, I mean, if it's in a tube that size, there's only 2 in my collection: the 18 and this one. Because the 21's got a box, and the 25 has the worst wooden box ever made.
Oh yeah, that wasn't good. That and Lefroy 25, man, both of those. I don't know what it is about 25-year-old whiskeys. People want to make them so you can't get them out.
Well, they also want to make it so the box changes based on the humidity in the room.
Oh, that's right. The wood. Oh, that's right.
I literally cracked the box putting it back in one time because the wood had shrunk.
Is that the one when you had somebody try to see if they could shave down the wood? And do
well then I figured out later on that if I for example, put the wood in my bathroom and ran the bath for a little while to get or ran the shower, it expands and the bottle can fit in.
Okay.
And it closes.
It needs to need a little bit of humidity in there. I get it. All right, folks, that's where we're at. Dustin's at 87. I'm at 84. Good entry level, nice whiskey.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think
I gave you Macallan Rare Cask Black and Lagavulin 21, 1991, and you brought Arran 10.
Hey guys, someone's got to be the budget guy.
Dustin will make it up for me next time. Until next time, we'll do it, folks.
Happy drinking.
We'll see you then.